It started as a weekend getaway, a chance to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The Stanley Hotel seemed like the perfect escape, nestled in the quiet, serene hills of Colorado, far from the chaos of the city. But I didn't realize that I was stepping into one of the most haunted hotels in the world, a place with a dark history and countless ghostly tales. On my first night I heard it, soft laughter echoing through the hallways. I opened my door, but the corridor was empty. Just silence, an eerie, unsettling silence. Then I felt it, a hand on my shoulder, icy and firm, sending chills down my spine. My reflexes kicked into overdrive and spun faster than the Flash himself, to look but to nothing. Just pure darkness. Later, in room 428, I sat on the bed, staring at the empty rocking chair, feeling a sense of dread. As I was about to sleep, it started moving, creaking slowly at first, then faster and faster, until it felt like it would break apart, the sound echoing in the room. That's when I saw him, a cowboy, sitting there staring straight at me with an intense gaze. He didn't move, but his hollow eyes burned into mine, filled with an unspoken menace, like one wrong move, and it would turn me into Swiss cheese. I fled, ditching my belongings, too terrified to look back, and I swear, I heard him laugh, a chilling sound that haunted me long after I left. Solitary confinement, they called it, a place designed to break the spirit, a form of punishment, a way to rehabilitate, or so they claimed. But the walls of Eastern State Penitentiary seemed to have absorbed the screams of the inmates who lost their minds here. The air is thick with their despair. I ventured there one evening for a ghost tour, armed with skepticism and curiosity. In cell block 12, I felt it first, a chill that wasn't just cold, but bone deep, as if the walls themselves were alive. That's when I heard the voice, a whisper, inches from my ear, but when I turned, there was only darkness. The silence was deafening. By the time we reached Al Capone's cell, I was shaking. The air felt heavy, almost suffocating. A piano played softly, though there was no piano in sight. The melody was haunting. The guide swore no one else was there, but I swear I saw a figure, half-formed, barely human, watching us from the shadows. Those eyes seemed to pierce through me like a javelin. I couldn't breathe. I ran, and the laughter followed me, echoing through the empty halls, a reminder of the souls trapped within. A house built to confuse the dead, a puzzle, a maze, a Rubik's Cube designed specifically for the unrest. Sarah Winchester believed that the spirits of those killed by her family's rifles were hunting her, seeking vengeance. So she built nonstop for 38 years, adding rooms, staircases, and doors that led nowhere. But the spirits, they stayed. I wandered the house with a small group, trying to make sense of its madness, its endless corridors and hidden passages. That's when I felt it. A cold spot in an otherwise warm room, a chill that sent shivers down my spine. And then, the whisper, "Get out." It was clear, deliberate, and unmistakable. I turned to leave, but the door in front of me slammed shut on its own. As we navigated the endless halls, we realized someone or something was following us. Shadows moved in places where there was no light, dancing on the walls like dark phantoms. A door creaked open, and I swear I saw a woman in black, her face hidden beneath a veil, standing at the end of the hall, watching us. I didn't wait to find out who or what she was. I ran, my heart pounding, desperate to escape the house's eerie grip. A place of suffering, death, and despair. Waverly Hills was meant to heal, but it became a tomb for hundreds, and the spirits of those lost patients, they've never left. I was drawn to room 502, where the nurse had ended her life. The air was thick, suffocating. As I stood there, the door slammed shut behind me. I was trapped. Then I saw her, dangling from the ceiling, her face twisted in anguish. And then she moved. Shadowy figures followed me, their whispers growing louder. By the time I reached the death tunnel, I was running blind, desperate to escape. But even outside, I felt them watching, waiting for my return. In 1912, an entire family was massacred here. Their killer never found. The house forever cursed. The moment I entered, I felt it, a heaviness. In the children's room I heard it, a giggle, then a whisper, "Play with us." The door slammed shut, and I was plunged into darkness. As I tried to leave, I felt a tug on my shirt, small cold fingers, and then, as I reached the door, I heard it, heavy footsteps running toward me. I ran, and as I looked back, I saw a shadow, a figure with an axe. Nestled in the deep south of Louisiana, the Myrtles Plantation is often dubbed one of America's most haunted homes. Built in 1796 by General David Bradford, this antebellum mansion harbors a dark past. Legend has it that Chloe, a slave who was caught eavesdropping, was punished by having her ear cut off. Seeking revenge, she poisoned a birthday cake, killing 2 of the plantation owner's daughters. Chloe was later hanged, and her spirit is said to wander the grounds. Visitors report seeing apparitions in old-fashioned clothing, hearing disembodied voices, and experiencing unexplained cold spots. The grand mirror in the foyer is also said to trap the spirits of those who have died in the house, their faces sometimes appearing in its reflection. The ghost of William Winter, a former owner, has also been reported. It is said that he was shot on the porch and staggered inside, climbing the stairs before collapsing on the 17th step. His footsteps are still heard echoing through the halls. The Myrtles Plantation remains a chilling reminder of the past, a place where history and hauntings intertwine. Once known as the Gray Ghost during her service in World War II, the RMS Queen Mary now rests in Long Beach, California, as a hotel and museum. This grand ocean liner is celebrated for its luxury and history, but it's also infamous for its paranormal activity. Countless staff have reported ghostly encounters on board. One of the most notorious spirits is that of John Henry, a young sailor who met his tragic end in the ship's engine room. His ghost is said to still roam the lower decks, his presence often felt by those who venture too close. In the first-class swimming pool, the apparitions of women in vintage bathing suits have been spotted as if they are still enjoying a leisurely swim from a bygone era. The Queen Mary also harbors the spirit of a young girl named Jackie, who is often heard giggling and playing near the pool area. Visitors have reported hearing phantom footsteps, disembodied voices, and even feeling unseen hands touch them. The haunted history of the Queen Mary makes it a magnet for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Nestled in the quaint village of Watton-under-Edge, England, lies one of the country's most haunted locations, the ancient Ram Inn. Built in 1145, this former inn has a spine-chilling reputation that spans centuries. Visitors have reported a myriad of paranormal activities, from ghostly apparitions to unsettling poltergeist encounters. One of the most infamous spirits is that of a witch who was reportedly burned at the stake during the 1500s. Her restless spirit is believed to haunt the inn, seeking revenge for her untimely death. The bishop's room, considered the most haunted room in the inn, has seen countless guests fleeing in the middle of the night, unable to bear the oppressive atmosphere. The spectral figure of a monk has also been spotted, silently drifting through the ancient halls. Visitors have experienced sudden drops in temperature, heard disembodied screams, and even felt invisible hands pushing them. The ancient Ram Inn's chilling past and paranormal activity make it a must-visit for those daring enough to explore. Standing tall along the River Thames, the Tower of London has a history steeped in blood and mystery. Constructed by William the Conqueror in 1078, this fortress has witnessed centuries of turmoil, treachery, and tragedy. The tower's dark past includes the imprisonment and execution of numerous historical figures, from Anne Boleyn to the princes in the tower. Anne Boleyn, executed in 1536, is said to wander the grounds, her head tucked under her arm. The bloody tower where the young princes were allegedly murdered is quite the topic for paranormal activity, with visitors often reporting the sound of children sobbing. The ghostly figure of Sir Walter Raleigh, who was imprisoned in the tower for years, has also been seen pacing the corridors. Visitors have described sudden chills, eerie whispers, and the feeling of being watched. The Tower of London's haunted history and spectral sightings make it a compelling destination. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a labyrinth of tunnels known as the catacombs. This underground ossuary holds the remains of over 6 million people, transferred here in the late 18th century due to overcrowded cemeteries. Walking through these dark, narrow passageways, one can't help but feel a sense of unease. The walls are lined with bones, meticulously arranged in macabre displays. There are tales of visitors who have wandered off the path, never to be seen again. Some speak of ghostly apparitions and disembodied whispers echoing through the tunnels. The catacombs of Paris are not just a historical site, but a chilling reminder of mortality. The island of the Dolls, hidden deep within the canals of Xochimilco, Mexico, lies a place that will send shivers down your spine. The island of the Dolls is a bizarre and unsettling destination. The island is adorned with thousands of decaying dolls hanging from trees and scattered across the ground. These dolls were placed here by the island's former caretaker, Don Julian Santana, who believed they warded off evil spirits. According to legend, Don Julian discovered a young girl's body in the canal, and shortly after, a doll floated to the shore. Haunted by this event, he began collecting and hanging dolls to appease her spirit. Visitors often claim to hear whispers and see the doll's eyes following them. The Island of the Dolls is a haunting reminder of one man's obsession of the supernatural. If I butcher these names, sorry in advance, but located at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, the Aokigahara forest is often referred to as the Sea of Trees. This seemingly serene forest hides a dark secret known as one of the world's most infamous self-deleting spots. Aokigahara has a haunting reputation. Local legends speak of yurai, or restless spirits, that wander the forest. These spirits are believed to be the souls of those who have taken their lives within the forest. Visitors report an overwhelming sense of despair and an eerie silence that envelops the area. Aokigahara is a chilling reminder of the fragility of the human spirit and the mysteries that lie within the depths of nature. Located in Amityville, New York, this seemingly ordinary house hides a sinister past. In 1974, 6 members of the DeFeo family were brutally murdered in their beds. The eldest son, Ronald DeFeo Jr., was convicted of the crime, claiming he was driven by voices. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, only to flee 28 days later, alleging paranormal activity. They reported terrifying encounters, including disembodied voices and ghostly apparitions. Despite numerous investigations, the truth remains unsolved. The Amityville house reminds us to be wary of those around us, or those behind you. There you have it, folks. I must admit, I am very surprised on the love I got from the last video. At the time of this recording, 21 views feels special to me, and I can't thank you Guy and Gauls alike, but we need to go further than that and reach for greater, please. If you like this video, subscribe, like, dislike, comment, share, and hit the notification bell to get updates on the next video that comes out on this channel. I would love nothing more than some comments so that I know the reception is well received from you fine folks out there. Even with a low number, like 21, I don't care. That's motivation in my eyes, that this channel can accomplish greatness in the future. As long as I stay the path and become better at being consistent, trust me, as being a new YouTuber, I'm still trying to figure myself out with the Wednesday and Sunday uploads, but I will get the hang of it eventually. But rest assured, I have more in store coming up. And hey, Thanksgiving's not too far from now, so I'd better get to work on that special megasode I have planned. But with that out of the way, remember, we're always watching.